Defending champion here, folks. It's time for the finals of Middle East North Africa. What a region in the game, and two of the greatest to ever do it, folks. It's the reigning champ versus the greatest of all time for the title of MENA 1v1 champion.
I can't say a better way, Punk. That's about as good as a summary as you can get for what this match is. It's the go to MENA against MENA's 1v1 defending world champ. Game one brought to you by Progressive. Kicks off now. Fear, who you got in this one?
You have to go with NWPO, I think, coming into this one. You know, even teammates seemed like he was limping into his TRK pick. He wanted an upset. And secretly in that, he's admitting that NWPO is favored. I'm assuming you're with me, Johnny.
Oh yeah, I mean, you have to be, not just because he's about to score the opening goal, but because he is the true 1v1 player. He does absolutely everything that you need in 1v1. His kickoff is brutal to go up against. He is S tier, S plus tier in the air. He's so fast, so dominant with the physical game and on the ball with his challenges. TRK might have the mind games, I'll give him that, but is that going to be enough? Point the goal line, it was save early as it rattles off just about every upright you can think of.
We can expect to see a healthy amount of resets that go to the ground from TRK. That one was a bit of a shorter one, and it felt like it was going to break through with a move that he loves to go to. But early, it's going to be NWPO who stops him. TRK does manage to get up into the air despite the posturing from NWPO, like he did back with challenge. And there it is. I said it was coming, and here's a nice reset. Wave dash to the ground.
That is 106 kilometers an hour. Absolutely flying into the defending world champion's bottom corner. TRK loves his aerial mind games. He loves to shoot low after flip resetting. Now he's got drive, kick off to the back corner. That's going to be huge, actually. Look at what that can do. Keeping the momentum up, getting the demo. He's got to surprise NWPO as many times as he can, and he does again. This time shooting. No mind game on this one. Maybe a little bit on the approach, but great start for the challenger.
TRK, he's being brought up as the underdog here, but there was a time where he also reigned supreme in MENA as the top 1v1er, so he definitely knows what he's doing in 1v1. He's not just, jumping into this with no experience. It's just that NWPO comes in playing a little bit better as of late. He's got TRK going off the ceiling. NWPO does not need to adjust the ball at all. He'll let it drop down for a second.
Yeah, the slow approach in the air there, not something you're going to see a lot today. Is usually he's going to be flying as fast as possible, but that really looked like it surprised TRK, who was posturing for a high challenge, and instead the trajectory of the air dribble came in a bit lower. TRK going for the bump. He's got half a chance on target here, goes for it. He likes his traditional flicks, does TRK. None of this nonsense, this modern reverse 45 degree, just hits top shelf flicks with the standard approach. Really putting the defending champ under a lot of pressure early.
Yeah, he took what I would like to call a testing shot at the top shelf of NWPO to see if he can't get offense to continue there. He's actually able to sneak over the top of NWPO to get this steal. Now this is going to be a much better position to try and play an extended attack for him because NWPO is actually low on boost. TRK reset. Are we going to see down to a wave dash? No, this time he jumps into the air and air rolls to the top left.
It really is quite amazing that he can still do this to this day, and he's so convincing with it. You might be thinking, well, why is there no challenge? What are you letting TRK get up close and personal for? But he really can pull the trigger at any moment. He can shoot that high off the reset. He can, go for the wave dash shot, the more like pinch style shot, or he can just take his time and let it bounce back up again. That constant threat is something TRK has always been so good at.
There's no question he's in his comfort zone, though. The later he gets challenged, NWPO is going to have to throw a couple in early to make sure TRK at least thinks about it, as he puts on not nearly a good enough shot, not with NWPO in net.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't really give that full power. He was maybe trying to hit the ball top shelf and recover at the same time, but he leaned forward and it's just gone low straight into the defending world champ's lap. So, bit of an easy one there. He's got 6 saves in this first game. Oh my goodness, is that on? It's post. Good read by TRK. That was a pretty close one though. He takes his time, lets it all bounce once more. Ceiling reset for both. And now the race to the back corner boost has been won by the usurper to TRK's throne back in the day, but now it's who sits on the throne. It seems like we've had a change of momentum in this first game.
Are we watching North America? It's a full field dribble, but this time it's done by NWPO. Great save by TRK. He's trying to get a counter out of it as well, but NWPO's one of the best recoverers in the game. He's still going to make it there before he gets back.
What a save that is, and look at TRK, just fastest route possible to the net. Just going directly off the sidewall there, bouncing the ball towards that near post. No time wasted, but he needs to try get control of the ball again. He started off this game with a lot of possession going his favor. This one is not, and he has conceded on the straight spawn kickoff, a rarity in high level ones, but he's actually front flipped on the approach, is maybe even more rare.
Yeah, it's not something you see very often. It helps you maybe square up dead center, but what it also does is it just ever so slightly delays your approach because you're not going to get there as fast as someone speed flipping. Sometimes that can be helpful as TRK posturing up on the side wall like he's going to challenge. He's headed back now as NWPO landing, bailing out of this one. Ooh, actually trying to flip TRK off the top of him. Wasn't able to get the turnaround shot. Now he's going to be forced into net on very low boost. TRK into the air. This time he does go reset high. NWPO forces him up there, but TRK still in possession. A little fake that he's going to take it in field. Instead, he will take a side wall. He's trying to play keep away from a ceiling challenge. And he managed to do so. Great boost steal.
And that's unbelievable defense, you know, deflecting the ball to that back corner right as the boost respawns. A great defense at the other end. TRK dodging the bump in the air, but he can't do the same once the ball reaches the ground again. He has spawned rear post, as you would expect after the recent update, but he is in a terrible spot here. Could be the first lead, not yet, but with just a minute to go, I think the momentum of the match has definitely swung away from TRK. He needs control of the ball again.
NWPO backing off as TRK is faking and fielded. Interesting. It's like NWPO's defending the side wall. He doesn't want him to go over there. And you'd think you need to prioritize your nets. TRK backing off. Space is dangerous for this player. Low 50, great challenge. Good enough challenge that it's going to buy him time to recover, but still boost advantage to the world champ. 50, this one's going to stick around and it'll be a tap in for a fit.
And like you said, these aren't bad challenges, but unfortunately, the offense is always going to be able to control the 50s, both on the ground and in the air. And now with 20 seconds left, TRK trails, first time in the game that he has. He's got an opportunity here to get the ball back though. Demo should be good, it is. Now he's got to get this on target quickly. First type shot is in. Tie game, 5-5.
Nice demo to open the field. It is a fairly free follow through for TRK. He knows how to hit those nets when they're open. No way NWPO can pick a spot to spawn that will save him here. Diagonal kickoff in a crucial moment. TRK trying to finish off what has been a great game one. It's not easy to get these close games against the world champ. Reset 50, he's got a wave dash. He's gonna be able to get underneath this, only 6 moves to work with, but where's NWPO? No recovery, I thought he'd be back, but he's not there!
I don't blame you for thinking he'd be back. He's usually so quick back into position, but he lost all his momentum on the landing. And it's TRK with a 0-second goal, taking game one.
Of the moment, it's going to be TRK. He's been there not just in MENA, but on lands and every part of Rocket League. Why not also 1v1 as he has the lead as we start game number 2.
That's a good shot. It's top corner, straight off the kickoff. And yeah, a couple of kickoff goals directly going in now. Just too strong. He just wins the kickoff over TRK's head. TRK's got to go back to those tricks he tried in game one, I think. I like the drive kickoff from him. I think delays could be good. He is still front flipping on this straight spawn, which is interesting. And NWPO didn't want to leave that ball for fear of a direct shot. Happy to take the back corner boost instead. Big challenges from TRK. He is adapting. He doesn't want to just charge in headlong into every challenge.
He's going to back off now. NWPO allowed to bring this ball all the way down to the ground and then flick top left. This is not an easy thing to do. He waits it out to see if TRK is going to throw any sort of fake challenge towards him, but just only a very slight hesitation. NWPO able to collect the ball on top of his car, and that is not an easy flick. Perfect placement from NWPO.
He had TRK even faking a challenge in reverse there. Just doing anything to try to trick his teammate, but if somebody's going to know TRK and his tricks, it would be this guy. Oh, that's not the outcome that TRK was hoping for. The defense looking stronger by the minute, but okay. He's managed to see that low 50 coming, but he's been bumped miles out of the play. Oh my goodness, he's totally tripped up in his back corner. It's 3-0.
And NWPO trying to get revenge. We just saw, you know, a battle of teammates in North America with a champion of the region playing his teammate who was coming in as the underdog. We've got more of the same here. And actually, we saw a Game 1 win for Zach there and a Game 1 win for TRK. But the problem is he's not going to match Zach's start if he's not able to get this going here. Zach's still 2 away. NWPO on a run in this first minute. Up 3-0 as TRK trying to get to the ground. NWPO's had enough of him getting any sort of space.
And TRK just took a little bit too long to get situated there. That's a great 50-50, using the reset on the ball to set himself up for a wave dash. TRK really trying to maximize the speed that he's got available to himself here. This good evasion in the midfield just to keep in control of this one. Could really use a goal to stay in touch. He's not had many chances. And again, he's been denied in the near post. You know, maybe the true winner we haven't spoken about yet, Monkey Moon, has watched his 2 teammates in the grand final. He's got to be pretty happy about being in the team with these 2.
No question. TRK mixing up from his normal wave dash, trying to shoot in the air. Come on, that red. This reset shot trying to play keep away. Wow. TRK, good dive across the net to make the play. Has a good advantage. If you can rush this quickly, NWPO should be arriving to net late. TRK could punish him, and NWPO dives in. TRK's on the board.
I just can't believe that he's still doing it. Like, every single time it works. You'd think that everybody would know that TRK is faking, but thinking back to his previous shot, he did actually play the reset. So I think that's probably what NWPO's got in his mind. He's thinking, okay, he went for the reset last time. Maybe he's going to do that again. Nope, it's just the classic TRK reset mind game. He will do that so many times in this match.
Will he try and take this dribble the length of the field, or will he bring it down to the ground? You see that challenge turn in, and TRK trying to take advantage of that, but great recovery back from NWPO to not let it over the top of him. Great read from both players. It looks like it's going to favor the player in orange as he's now got control. And TRK in a really tough spot here. What a flick top left. It's actually where TRK was getting ready to defend, and yet he still pushed it past him.
I was wondering if TRK was expecting a pop bump of sorts, because he's jumped onto the back wall here, trying to give himself a launch pad to throw himself into the ball from. Still has time here, but the kickoffs are really going the way of the defending world champion. It's up to TRK to change things in that regard. We saw Zen struggling in a similar way in Europe against Nas. Once Nas found a weakness, he just kept poking and prodding it, and that's what's happening here. TRK's got lots of things he could do differently. Whether it's timing of the approach, angle of approach, or just go for a different strategy entirely, but no, he's just going to stick to that front flip on the, on the straight spot.
Now we've seen both players go for it now. This front flip, not quite as clean. Good recovery in net, as he'll be able to pick up the 100 boost and maybe work something out of this. Maybe a reset wave dash. What do you think? Something close to it, but
maybe a reset mind game. Maybe a reset mind game. You know, although that's hard to do, and that's a part of TRK's game, I'm thinking, oh, whoa, careful. Another great double save. I don't have any time to talk because TRK is just producing absolute cinema in the goal line. But yeah, I am very happy to see the another great save, by the way. And one strategy that TRK is doing that we can both incorporate, that's the front flip. I've got that one bounce. I can definitely pull that one off in my game.
Yeah, for sure. What I can't do is survive as long as he just did against this attack. This is not easy to do. He didn't even have boost there at the end, but a couple different bumps will push him away. And then this has just been full control from NWPO. A good bounce back as we started to believe in a potential underdog. He's going to make it 7-1, and we still got a minute 40.
Yeah, TRK might stick around in this one just to try to figure out something that works. Here, he's trying to push the ball to the right, but yeah, that side-on approach on the kickoff gets completely countered by a goal side, as you see from NWPO. So what will TRK do here? He did the exact same thing, so he didn't really change anything there. Maybe he's going to just keep spamming the same losing kickoff for a couple more minutes and then switch it up the next game. Let's see the other option that he's got.
He's trying to do something spectacular in the air as he looks to see if he can find a miracle. Maybe it could have been off the back of some crazy reset play where he passes to himself up the ceiling, but he's going to take it away and going to deny the miracle.
That's another insane play from the defending world champ, flying it off the ceiling. It's the standard for him, of course. Just run of the mill. You know, another thing TRK can try to do here is get the last goal and then forfeit. Here he comes, ceiling reset, doesn't play for the rebound, knows that the touch is going to connect. Or his teammate almost days, his opponent today. Both players trying to steal the ball from each other on opposite sides of their goal. Very much a chess match that TRK is used to playing historically, but I think the annoying thing for him now is he's just met his match mechanically, and by a fair margin. This has been a brutal game. Oh, a little 1-2 pass to the post. Pogo shot and the rebound. 9-1.
You love to see it. NWPO showing off right now. Great job at keeping it away. I mean, there's nothing TRK can do when he's setting up on that left side of the net in the back wall. Just total keep away. You know, I'm actually surprised I even saw him go for that. Maybe he's not willing to kind of troll his teammate, but normally NWPO's gonna allow one in. I've seen him go back and forth where he sets up the air dribble on the left, you know, the back left corner boost, and if he doesn't get challenged, he just cuts the ball back, goes to the right side, and looks to set it up over and over when he has a lead and says, you have to come challenge me. I'm not gonna go until you force me to. But maybe he's like, you know what? I have more respect for TRK. I'm not going to force him. I'm just going to go. Instead, I'm going to pogo on him, which I don't know if that's better or worse, but he did at least bring the game to him.
I mean, he is just trying to crush the mental. 10-2. Devastating defeat for TRK after a close game one. It's like James said on the desk. TRK's win in the previous matchup these two have played was a close game, and he did take a lot of beatings in the losses. So more of the same in the grand final. He's decided to play it out anyway, though, maybe trying to tire out, let NWPO punch himself out perhaps, just exhaust his thumbs or something. I don't know what the reason is, but hopefully for his sake he'll be able to tell us later on in a winner's interview.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want to let NWPO play any more than he already does, because I watched him play against Moxie to win that, you know, grand championship we've been talking about, and he just got better and better as he got in the zone, as he was able to, you know, it seems like he was bopping to music, taking a sip of his...
Yeah, this is a must-win game. He's got to stay close here. It all starts with kickoff wins, and he has won this one. So I'm thinking maybe he did just spam the same losing kickoff in the last game. Great fake as well from TRK. Trickiest player in the one scene. But this is off, again, a big kickoff win. We'll have to pay attention here. I want to see TRK get goal side and go left if I'm seeing a change. Okay, well, he's kind of covered middle there, so he's definitely blocking that kickoff goal that occurred. Instead, it's a kickoff possession, which is not a lot easier when you're up against NWPO.
Yeah, definitely not. Most of the time, those get converted anyways. Possessions can be longer. TRK gets a boost respawn. Force back, but no, I was gonna say still in control. Even with TRK getting the ball there, that immediate challenge keeps possession in NWPO's favor. Now he's in a bit more trouble. He's gonna get back off for a real chance here from TRK. He's just gonna force to net. And now, was that good enough to get possession? I don't know if it was. NWPO easy save. Counter, what is that flick? He's completely missed the ball, and he did not fake out TRK.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be the weaker side. We've seen a lot of flicks going the other way, like this one, and they've all been good. But I think it was going right was a bit more dodgy there. But that, I mean, that's perfect towards the left. He's going to need to pay attention to this. Moxie as well as in Europe is similar. He prefers flicking to the left. Even in, you know, the highest level of pro play, you will see preferences with air roll, which wall to fly off, which flick to go for. This one is left as well, and it's looking pretty good. Yeah, he's found the formula.
Yeah, I wonder, he did the same, or at least I was on NWPO POV, he did the same front flip kickoff. I don't know if this is like a twisted mind strategy, if the coach, you know, told him before the tournament, you know, you got to be focusing on your just straight front flip kickoffs. Apparently they both agree that they're very useful. It's not something you see very often. This time, it's going to favor NWPO. Now they're both going to go to more standard kickoffs as they try and force the ball through each other. NWPO going to be the big winner here as he lets this ball go to the wall. Interesting, it felt like he could have taken a dribble earlier and almost allowed the ball to become more awkward before starting it. Doesn't seem like something you want to do very often. TRK and NWPO both just booming the ball back and forth now, though.
Yeah, something that you'll see from them in any game mode. They really do boom the ball. We spoke about that earlier with first killer on the pitch. Oh, TRK didn't mean that mind game. He might get a goal off it, not quite, as the boost is there in defense. But the immediate shot is not quite good enough, though the ball is absolutely rapidly moving around the pitch here. TRK trying to get it moving the other direction. A lot of boost being used here, though. Has to be careful. He keeps the advantage for now.
Head, oh, not to the sidewall. He's going to cut it right in. Try and take advantage. Oh, NWPO just challenges immediately. You see him prepping for defense along the goal line. Notices TRK has slowed down, just keeps that momentum and dives in and challenges. NWPO is the fastest player in the game, and he's showing why he's so good at that in ones. And now he's got control at around ceiling height. I don't think he got a reset here, so he's going to be forced down to the ground, whether he wanted to or not. Possession will switch. Instant backflip challenge. Good wave dash recovery from TRK. A flick could be dangerous. Instead, he fakes it. NWPO makes it save.
Yeah, he didn't like the lineup on that one. He decided not to pull the trigger, thinking it's going to get saved or maybe just go straight into the post. Why not instead just go for the mind game again? How does he keep getting away with this?
NWPO on the back wall did not want to try and challenge as TRK went to the ground. Yet another fake on the wave dash shots. It's so tough to stop. I mean, you're going to see lots of different players do it. It's not like it's only TRK's move, but clearly he is very good at executing it at the highest level, and it is such an effective play.
Oh, I love that from TRK. He made it look like a fake challenge into the last second here. If he had just thrown himself at this, I think it would have been too predictable. But by driving up slowly, it was almost like a predator stalking his prey in the long grass. It's like, maybe if I move slowly, he's not going to see me coming.
Good surprise, good lead for TRK. Big bounce back. He's already beat his scoring from the last game. He had 2 to NWPO's 11. He's got 3 now, and he has a lead, which is even more important. NWPO going to back off. Who sees TRK being aggressive, pinching it on the wall away from him. Now staring down to see what he's up to. See if he's going to turn back on the ball. NWPO saved a ton of boost left over.
Wow.
I'm surprised he didn't go for it. I thought NWPO would take advantage of that and rush towards the ball, but he just waits it out. TRK takes it away.
That is amazing small pad pathing by TRK. He had ball cam on the whole time, and he hit every single small pad in an arc to keep his boost up high enough, and you can see that he needed every single ounce at the end. Now, Pono thought he was boost starved because he would have been had he not pathed perfectly over those pads in a circle.
Now, the defending champ down 2. Had to play from behind. You know, TRK, he's fine with winning close games. I don't think he minds. If he gets 4 of those close game wins, that's fine with him. Oh my goodness, what a flick. It's slightly off target. People trying to take advantage of it. TRK was off the ceiling. Good cut here, as both these players are going to be low on boost. They're going to swing away from each other to grab 100, try and return back to the ball. TRK got a sidewall set up, but then he launches it away. It should be an easy enough save for NWPO, who needs 2 goals and needs good possession, but again, just kind of a flub touch into a completely missed flick. TRK, though, maybe not able to take advantage as much as I was expecting.
You mentioned earlier on last year, in the quest for World Championship in 1v1, it was in MENA that NWPO faced the biggest challenge. Ruas took him to game 7. He only went game 5 with Diaz and Moxie on LAN. And once again, it's in MENA, in the grand final, that he's facing a big test, this time at the hands of his 3v3 teammate TRK, the greatest Middle East player to ever play the game, and he is still doing it to this day, years on from his own debut.
TRK will already have done something no one has done in a long time as he stays cool for that backflip save. Even getting a second win is something that no one's done against NWPO so far in this event. Not even TRK himself when he played him earlier in the upper bracket. He is so calm right now in defense despite having such little boost. NWPO finally going to break him down. He's got 25 seconds to get 2 more.
Yeah, I was loving the composure in defense. There's so many fake challenges from TRK. This time he tries for a reverse challenge, hoping that it's not going to be predictable. But 25 seconds to go, it's game on. TRK's got to be careful here. He's lost a lot of kickoff goals in these games already. Needs to get solidly behind this ball, and he does. He might get one of his own. He does, and it's 6-3.
That's about as good as it can possibly go on the kickoff. TRK forcing it out to the right. NWPO helping him push it out there, but TRK just quicker and better on the ball. That gets the advantage. now you got to get out of the kickoffs. You know, it's important to get at least a midfield play if you're not just going to keep scoring goals, because NWPO can get 3 straight.
That's
one power shot. Yeah, we'll get one of them. So, and that took not nearly enough time to actually waste all the time off the clock. So now TRK needs to escape the kickoff to secure this game.
I would have liked the drive kickoff there from TRK. I think he's got to do something different here, just for one more go. Will he stick to standard? He will. He's trusting his mechanics here, which is so difficult to do in a matchup that's this mechanically intense, but he's done it. TRK, after an 11-2 defeat, wins game 3. He's got the defending world champ on the ropes.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, because we've seen so many different goals. Surely NWPO's winning in the series, right? I mean, that 11-2 game, you just spread those out over the rest of this time that we've watched them. And he has a big advantage, but it's TRK in the driver's seat. 2-1 up over NWPO. Maybe there's that level of clutch that even in ones TRK has. He didn't make it to the grand final last time. This time he's here, and he's a force to be reckoned with.
Here we go with game 4. It's midfield play from the get-go. Open play to find in ones. If both players can get boost after a kickoff and posture up to contest the possession. So that was a pretty even one. Oh, TRK has gone under with the mind game. I don't think he meant this one. If he did this on purpose, that is extraordinary, because he's gone ahead of the ball and then faked out with a bump. How has he come up with these ideas?
It's beautiful. He wave dashes out back towards the catch and cuts it in. Everything is going TRK's way. He is trusting himself with those resets down to the ground.
Oh,
nice save. NWPO forced back, but TRK not going to be able to pick up much boost in this extended attack. NWPO fakes, goes low, and gets the first.
Yeah, that's scary. TRK had to cover something here. He decided to cover the flick, and yeah, Yard is going to concede the low 50 in that position. He's got to keep that in mind, though. These are the mind games that are constantly going on in 1v1. It's not just about the play that's happening right now. It's about remembering what did the opponent do the last time they were in this spot, and do you think they're going to go for the same thing again?
Well, almost got a good bounce. Still going to be in a great position, though. NWPO glues the ball to the ground. Has TRK low on boost. We're going to switch sides again, and NWPO, who starts with boost, is going to be the first one to the opposite corner as he keeps TRK on pads. This is the 1v1 jail I was mentioning earlier in the broadcast that you can get put in, and NWPO has put TRK in this jail as he continues to throw flicks over and over again. TRK still hasn't been able to pick up more than a pad here or there. This is a big moment. This is going to be the 50 that gets him out. In fact, it's just straight to the net.
What a save by TRK, in and out of his own net in the blink of an eye. And he's dunked it so hard, it's almost gone in without a bounce. I mean, you're not going to see a better save than that. And it was off the back of consistent pressure as well.
What a jailbreak! I said TRK was in jail. And what I did not realize is he was moments away from scoring. So maybe, I mean, NWPO has to keep going to that. I mean, you have to feel good about having somebody completely packed in on 0 boost. And even when they're going in and out of the net, that's actually usually a good sign too. They're panicking to try and get high. Finally, NWPO this time is going to get his goal.
Yeah, great call on the bluff here. TRK trying to back down, and NWPO, but he just lost control of that. He got a bit too far away from it. So it's a bit obvious that he wasn't going to flip into the ball. Notice that a lot of the time that TRK is boost starved, he's got to look out for low 50s. And nice bump there after the kickoff. So when TRK is starved, that is when he is most susceptible to the low 50, and I think he'll have noticed that. He's going to be staying lower in a lot of his challenges.
We're trying to play keep away. TRK wanted to be a pest. He's got control now. Net is showing as open, but TRK shuts it as soon as he opens the window. And now he's right back on the ball. NWPO did not, pull the trigger immediately when he saw some open space. If TRK gets this one, oh my goodness! NWPO missed and made it possible.
He can't get this. It's going to be TRK's ball. This is unbelievable. We're seeing some inaccuracies from the world champ, but TRK is defending like prime. And now strikes to the bottom left. One wave dash shot.
You don't want to let TRK get to this spot, but sometimes you have no other choice as you're rotating back. No angle to dive in. It'd be even worse. So you let TRK bring that ball down to the ground, and he is never going to lack power when he wants it. He finds it, and he's got a lead. And it feels like even with TRK in the lead earlier, up 2-1 in the series, we're just waiting for NWPO to get going.
Yeah.
As we approach halftime in this game, and TRK is still leading. The TRK believers are definitely going to be feeling they're in a good spot.
Oh, this is a ridiculous play. Both players trying to stay with it. It's TRK again. He's got in the right side of it. The boost is spawning. Oh, it's not spawned yet, though. He stopped moving on it, and he's conceded as a result. I feel like the updates kind of baited him here, because you can see that it was lit up, but it wasn't quite there for TRK.
TRK, he's got time to play on the new updates, just as much as NWPO, at least. Excuses to be made. And we're looking to get that one back. He's got another great kickoff. Possession on top of his car. Fake challenge doesn't make him phased at all, but he is bringing the ball to the back wall, so though NWPO doesn't make contact, not a lot to be done there. Now NWPO low on boost. Flick, TRK wants to try and end possession here. This time he does get away with not using the flip, as he's able to pull it down to the ground. Great challenge as TRK far out going for his reset landings. And all the boost is in favor of NWPO, so TRK, even though he's on the ball, was expecting to be able to get possession here quickly. That flick, maybe not quite good enough. NWPO couldn't force it straight down the field. A strong flick might have scored, but he popped it too far up. Not enough lateral power in order to score.
He's just trying to make the most of a boost advantage earlier there. The TRK defending so bravely. He is keeping up the pace. He's looking for those back corner demos, but NWPO's wise to it. Now a minute left in the game. Low air dribble coming through. It's a 50. A lot of 50-50s by the defender world champion. A huge miss. He's absolutely whiffed that. Can you believe it? TRK leads off a ball miss on the turn. You almost never see that.
That is not a mistake that he makes. TRK has him shaking a little bit, as he does not seem to be maintaining his fundamentals in this crucial grand final. Thought maybe for a second about going for a demo, but he pulled away from it. Got TRK on pads. TRK escaped for an easy counterattack last time. This time it is going to be NWPO who gets a goal. Soft touch, and we're equal.
Yeah, and again, it's that low 50. As soon as he gets TRK boost start, he's going for the low 50s. He knows that he's going to recover faster with the boost advantage. And he has had so many shots this game, 13-8. TRK's got 8 saves. Really doing such a good job in defense, but can he get his lead back again here? Fight for the back corner boost goes the way of NWPO. It's going to be TRK retreating. Chance for a late lead, but TRK lunges in, hides behind the ball in his approach, and delays it for a bit.
Yeah, you even saw a ball cam toggle from NWPO to see if you could see around it and see the challenge, but it was too late. TRK already stopped. That left side of the net is open. It's interesting. TRK is showing that, and NWPO has not been able to punish. You know, maybe I've just watched too much Moxie film, but I know Moxie, if given that opportunity, would absolutely rip one top left. Flicks maybe not the best game for NWPO. He prefers being in the air. That's where he's going to go now. Try and get an air dribble. But this one connects. It's a demo to get the lead.
Great switch up. Had TRK shadowing, and he just pops the ball up. Slams TRK out of the way. TRK did jump early for that one. Made himself into a bit of a target. 9 seconds to go. We are headed towards a tie series. Unless TRK can get control of the ball here, but as he has many times on the straight spawn, he just has to watch the ball go over his head. He's gonna have one chance at this though. Has to be so efficient with this full pitch air dribble in. That's not the start that he needed. Keeps it up. Still a chance. Still gonna have one more opportunity to get back to this, and he does. Well, this is something special from TRK. Recycling the full pitch air dribble. But the hovering challenge is so annoying to look at, and that's gonna be enough.
Yeah, you have to take your risks. You have to push the edges of what's possible against a guy like NWPO. These guys both love it. I wasn't on POE, but TRK did the front flip. Were you by chance on NWPO?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
they both love the front flip.
They love it. I can't wait to try this myself as a front flip main. No speed flipping required. So, yeah, if these guys are doing it, some of the most mechanical players in the world, I don't want to see anybody calling me a bot for front flipping. As I often am accused. That's okay. It's going to be, again, pretty tame flicking from NWPO from that side of the field. TRK up high. Is he going to pull the trigger? Yes, he is! And there's the return of the investment for all of the fakes that he's been going for before.
Yeah, if you wondered, how come they're not challenging him? Just challenge him. Don't let him get to the ground. TRK is no slouch if he has to play through the air as well. He's got the full repertoire. Every aerial attack needs to have threats all the way from beginning to end. You need to be on that ball without leaving a moment's notice for anyone to challenge. TRK does just that. Now he's going to fall off the ceiling. Actually, interesting decision from NWPO to bring it up. Usually you try and counter someone coming from the ceiling by going down, but the extra pop gets over the top.
Yeah, huge scoop on this one. So TRK was trying to get right in line with the ball there, and he does get outplayed by the reset. I don't really mind that play though from TRK. I think that's going to probably result in a goal for his opponent, regardless of what he does there. But, interesting to note, on the diagonal kickoffs, TRK returns the favor. Beautiful control. I'm really paying close attention to the diagonal kickoffs. If TRK just goes for the old classic goal side, inside wall, I think he's scoring a kickoff goal. I don't know if he knows this, but right here, if he just goes goal side to the left, it's been wide open a few times, and it's actually this time that he changes it. So, well, fair play to NWPO, because a couple of times he's gone really side onto the ball. This time he doesn't.
He's able to get control because of it, but he's still playing from behind. He needs to try and peel this ball off the back wall in order to actually get an angle. Instead, just brings it right into TRK, who has 20 boosts to work with, whose flick game is, who knows if it's going to be good or not. We're not going to get to find out. NWPO will challenge long before he gets an opportunity to go. The wall dashes and playing keep away with TRK. Pre-flip, is this a save? This is such a great save from TRK, rejoining the play. Has he escaped though? He's just pushed this ball back out to NWPO, who now has boost advantage and another chance to flick. The flicks have left a bit to be desired, but this one directly at the back of TRK will go in.
Yeah, TRK wanted to leave this on his goal line. He's tried to hit the crossbar precisely. That's why he's waited so long to save that. If that does hit the bar, then TRK's recovered in really quickly. He might just have an open net. That's what he's thinking at least, but yeah, you've got to make the save first. This time he couldn't do that. So the ball goes right to NWPO's back wall. Full pitch air dribble commences. He's used a lot of boost on this one, but he's got a great lineup and perfect slot to the bottom right.
Yeah, watching from TRK's POV, he jumped there for a second to try and maybe, make NWPO think, but he did not. And you see that wave dash switch up. It's all about setting up on one side of the ball so that your arrow roll shot, if you do decide to use it, will send the ball one way, and your wave dash sends it back the other, and it just leaves the defender.
Oh, look at this.
Watching it at the midfield. TRK almost gonna get it. I love the perfectly mirrored front flip kickoffs. NWPO has control, air dribble bump. He had to slow it down, but
wow. Oh, you should keep doing this. TRK looks awkward. He doesn't have the immediate reflex knowing what he wants to do here. He just kind of froze underneath the ball and gets completely taken out of the game. I think TRK's got to swerve off to the side there, give himself a bit more of an angle. He's got to have that instantaneously as his reaction though, or it won't work.
You have to be ahead of the game, to be prepping, expecting that speed from TRK.
Oh, not quite.
But he's missed here. Well, to get 100, it's going to have to be another back off. TRK already pre-jumping, already prepping for a potential aerial that does not end up arriving. NWPO may be convinced by the pre-jump not to go for it, goes to the ground instead. Will play out of the air, and he's trying to put TRK in jail, but TRK a little bump. He's going to get out. He's got possession himself.
Oh, what move. TRK fake it in field, plays it over the challenge, and he's back within one. And there's just mind games within mind games here from these guys. Look at TRK completely fooling his teammate. Halftime in Game 5, a game that will send someone to double tournament point, double qualification point to this year's World Championship. NWPO still trying to defend his title. TRK would love to be the representative for this year. Twisted Minds win either way.
Oh, nice. This could be a good sign from NWPO, who has not found the power at all today. He's able to go top right in order to absolutely scream one in. TRK, I might have accelerated it, could have even maybe slowed it down, but 100 kilometers per hour plus is definitely going to be good enough to get past TRK. He's got a 2-goal lead. TRK with an opportunity though, wall to air dribble. He's going for the ceiling reset this time around, and is actually not playing his normal reset down to the ground. He actually rushes back to the ball, takes his shot, and now looking to go again. He's got NWPO missing. Can he get around this? He will just barely roll it in bottom right.
well. His precision has been on point for these plays, because once again, he just pulls out an unexpected angle, and he just gets around it for the finish as well. Staying in touch as he needs to do. These have been close games, the last one and this one. Still, I think the majority of the kickoffs are going the way of your 1v1 world champion. TRK fake ceiling challenge. It's hovering on the back wall. Goes low at the last minute. This time it's worked out.
Yeah, everything that TRK is doing is not, you know, for fun. Everything he's showing on the back wall is to try and adjust NWPO, make him go to his second option that he was going for. Another weak flick that TRK is going to take advantage of. But it's so important to stay moving in defense. Receiver lost that to also dodge the archable bumps, but the boost grab is going to go to NWPO. Half flip from TRK isn't as clean as I would like to see from him, and NWPO will score.
I mean, it's just so powerful in defense every single time. He's able to get such a good touch there, directly over TRK's head. And TRK did not make the right move. He was worried about conceding even earlier. That's why he flipped the time that he did, but obviously needed to get closer to the ball if he was going to save the follow-up touch. Again, we're getting a very mirrored kickoff, and TRK's 1-1. He's getting stronger and stronger in this as the series goes on. I feel like earlier on it was NWPO's winning them, and now TRK just out-muscles him.
Yeah, NWPO may be getting a bit too high. His single jump, maybe over the top of the mast of the wall, so sometimes that 50 that happens there can push you up into the air, which prevents you from dashing quickly. TRK able to force it through. TRK a flick, 2 kickoffs back to back, and we got ourselves a tie game.
And so many of these early challenges are getting spotted by TRK. The vision needs to be perfect there. I'm thinking he's lining up for a late mind game though in the next one. So all these outplays have got to be making him think that a fake is going to work later. Oh, what a shot that is. That's going to make it as well. TRK by 1. He pulls a shot out of nowhere.
Yeah, he gets bumped off of this. He gets pushed away.
My goodness.
And he says, you know what? I think I could find an angle. I didn't mean to be here. I was forced to be here. But I think there's an aerial shot available. I wonder if TRK was even wondering if that would go in. I think he wanted to force NWPO back.
Yeah.
Man, he got everything all at once. Got the goal immediately. Now he's up. Reset over the top. It's 8-6.
I just cannot believe how well he has timed the switch from full aerial mind game to full aerial outplay. It is unreal that he has pulled this off. So many mind games worked earlier, and now he's outplaying every challenge. TRK by 2, and he could be on double match point in 45 seconds, but was taking his time. Towards his back corner he goes. It's the furthest from the net possible. Here he gets started. TRK's ceiling shadowing and matches him perfectly, completely blocking him at every point of the play.
Forcing him back. NWPO might have been picked up 100, but he's going to be awkward here. TRK is actually maybe a bit of time wasting. He's trying to flick it back, but he's just giving NWPO a great position. What is this wave dash? NWPO got lost. I think he meant to keep the ball closer, but he fell away from it and went for a bump instead. TRK able to reverse out of a demo. Now he has a carry. This was over the top. NWPO feels like he has to challenge. He slows it down, but TRK scores again.
TRK the right handed to dribble the ball back, baits in the challenge, and scores a 9th. Anything but an immediate kickoff goal, and this is game over. So TRK should just be trying to stay with this. And you know what that means? Front flip into the ball. It's a new meta. Can't wait to try this one myself. I'm sure all of you guys are the same, but will he get a 10 to add insult to injury? You bet he will. TRK is on double tournament point.
TRK, you know, he's proven me wrong. I was saying he needed to win that previous game. He let NWPO back into this one, and yet this is a solid win for TRK. Really good job of confirming his win late. It's not an easy thing to do against NWPO. He played all the right ways, including that last little bait in. You have somebody on the ropes. They have no choice but to try and dive and challenge. NWPO's used his timeout, so he can't even use that now. It is TRK who is controlling the series.
And TRK outplayed so many challenges in this game. There were, you know, plays where he's coming off the wall to get under the ball and outplay. There's a reset in the back corner. These are all very technical resets. And even though he lost his lead and had to earn it back again, he did just that and absolutely farmed. He got, what was that now? 6 straight goals at the end of the game. This is unreal from TRK.
Yeah, on a crazy run that he can hope to continue. There's going to be a little bit of break here between games, but he's hoping that's going to roll right into the next one. It all comes down to that expert aerial game. We didn't realize we were going to be talking about TRK necessarily coming into this one, but he stays on ball at every moment. He's getting resets early, which means if NWPO tries to challenge early, that flip is available. He's not sticking to just one game plan. We've seen him wave dash go low. We've seen him use the reset go high. He's been able to get in control. He's not getting dominated on the kickoffs. NWPO maybe should stop doing the front flip kickoff. Maybe he needs to do something different, because it's been good enough for TRK to be able to at least go 50, and he's played well in the open field, in the places that we thought he was going to be the big underdog. He has come to play, and he's got 2 chances now to try and become MENA champion.
And this would be the 3rd region out of 3 with a different representative. In only the 2nd year of 1v1's inclusion in RLCS, we are seeing new representatives in every single region. KV1 for South America. You have NAS for EU. Can it be TRK for MENA? He's got the world champ on the ropes. But this one, I think, out with a lot of them, is the one that I was most surprised by. It's not happened yet. That is a monster flick from distance.
Yes, it's a great sign. We talked about it earlier. The flicks were getting better. Even in the last game, we saw a couple of nice flicks. TRK diving in, NWPO flicking past him, able to get an early lead. As he will try and continue that. Backed off here on the kickoff. TRK not bringing his ball to net. He's going nice and slow down the field, waiting. He's just watching what NWPO's up to, but the ball was too much lateral movement. He let it move almost all the way outside of the net, and that's when NWPO challenged.
Yeah, and he got tripped as well in the follow-through. TRK did not get anything like what he wanted there. Wasn't really threatening much from that angle. So early 2-0 lead. This is not a lead that TRK's failed to overcome. There's that drive kickoff again. This one will work extremely well for TRK, but his first touch is wayward. He's used a lot of boost. Second touch much better as he rifles the ball back on target.
Now resetting to the back wall. Hanging around to make sure he actually starts his dribble. Wants to force him all the way across the field in the air. He's done that, but the shot a little bit weak at the end. NWPO able to save it and recover quickly because TRK shooting it down. It's going to enable the counterattack.
Yeah, it's a bit too slow there by TRK. Used all of his boost on that one, so he had to score, or he's getting scored on. And yeah, ultimately didn't really get too close to scoring. It's a good try. It would work in many cases, but not at this level of competition. He might have conceded again here. He's just left the ball for boost and made to look a bit silly in doing so. It's 4-0 TRK. Just a lackadaisical first minute here.
Yeah, we saw an 11-2 for NWPO. He has been able, he might walk out of this series even if he loses here. Well, I guess maybe not if he loses here, but with many more goals scored because of that early game where he crushed. He's on track for another, run up here. The scoreline only minute 30 in. He's got 4. TRK, can he make this game close? There's been only 2 types of games we've seen close down to the wire, and then NWPO heavily favored. He's going to try and pinch this away. TRK actually stopping it at the midfield. Never really let that even stand a chance. Now back to a ceiling reset. Tried to switch it up early and shoot because he saw NWPO coming, but NWPO still makes contact and gets a goal.
What a challenge. 5-0. This is a statement game by the defending world champion. He is not done defending his title yet. I mean, he's already in the GOAT conversation for 1v1. If he can go back-to-back, there would be absolutely no question that he is the greatest in the game mode's history. He's off to a fantastic start in Game 6.
He had to play from behind when he did last time against Rawas, so he's not unfamiliar with getting down in series. And he's certainly in the zone to not only get to Game 7, as both these guys going to flip past the ball. TRK was expecting NWPO to make contact, and he didn't. Now TRK has a great spot, but getting dunked. NWPO trying to get some momentum as well into the next game. Not to say that this game is over by any means, but he's got TRK completely scoreless. He's going to have this one red. Should be able to get 100, and he's going to try and add even more to the tally.
Yeah, we're into the second half of the game now. TRK knows from this point onwards, he can't just be playing a loose game. He has to defend his net. You concede anymore, it becomes almost unwinnable. And he might be conceding more. He's under a ton of pressure. What a read for 6-0.
This is unbelievable. This is a pass off the corner. How does he have that bounce perfectly red?
Wow.
That is such a tough read to make, and he was instantly headed out to where he knew the ball was going to go. An insane read from NWPO, who's up 6-0, hasn't allowed even a single goal. His back is officially against the wall, and he seems to recognize that as he has now turned it up to 11. The shot gets saved easily. TRK would need a goal here, and then would need some kickoffs to go his way. But it doesn't seem like that's what's going to happen. In fact, he tries to cut this off early, doesn't make contact. It's going to be another one for NWPO.
Well, you know, looking back at game 2, we had a similar situation. Very often you'll see a forfeit here, but TRK played on right down to the end of game 2, despite trailing by, I think it was 9 goals at the end. So I expect to see him do the same thing here. And in game 2, when he started losing badly, he didn't reveal any of his change-ups. He's just using this time to try to maybe drill bad habits into his opponent and you know, play more and more losing strategies. You know, in Rocket League, especially in ones, we call it conditioning your opponent to expect a certain thing, and then later on he's going to make the changes to try to surprise NWPO in the last game. But yeah, he's not playing this one on thinking he can win it. That this is just, for now at least, learning as much as he can that he can use in game number 7.
Yeah, it's an impressive mental to take, but TRK no longer minds. NWPO, see, this is kind of an interesting counter to what you were just saying, and I was talking about this with JamesBot slightly. You know, is there incentive now for NWPO to not reveal anything, to start going for kickoffs that he'll never go for in the future, which that one, we will not see that in game 7 if it's ever close. But he might as well, you know, go for a clip here or there, take some bigger risks that he never would otherwise take, so that TRK doesn't get a read back the other way. You know, even if TRK scores here, which TRK going to bail out of it, really still not a chance. So we're into midfield play, air triple bump. Maybe NWPO just air triple bump the rest of the way out to try and get TRK as frustrated as possible.
That would be a smart move, actually. Just try to be as annoying as possible. They only go for air dribble bumps, demos, low 50s, just the most frustrating things to concede against. But last time this happened, it was TRK who came in just fine in the very next game. So I think mentally he's going to be okay here. Will he go for more mind games? He went for a mind game on his aerial before this. Is it going to be another one? Yeah, it is. So, okay, TRK, maybe I'm just overthinking this, but he's played for 2 reset fakes in this this rubbish time where the game's already over. If he goes for another one, is it going to be too obvious? He's like, oh, look at me, I'm reset faking again. You better back off. Oh, now you can see I play. So maybe there's just there's less to this than we think, and he just is playing it out because why not? Take a virtual timeout, per se.
Yeah, I mean, 1v1, unlike any other mode, is the closest to just getting a little free play break as well. Maybe you just want to shake it off, drive around, not too worried about whether the ball goes in your net anymore. Just kind of get some more touches on the ball, feel out what your plan is for game 7. Maybe see if your full field air dribble reset musty dunks are there. And it looks like they are. It looks like that is a tool you could potentially use in game 7.
Well, after seeing the early attempts for the full pitch air dribble from TRK, I like these getting a couple more reps in, see where the hands are at. But most curious right now for me is, will the aerial game really be present in game 7? I expect it to be, but I also thought it would be a part of the game 7 in EU between Zen and Nasts, and it wasn't really a part of the game. They were both so nervous that they defaulted, mostly at least.
Cinematic, you see the banner there. It's NWPO's got a banner here on this Champions Field. TRK wants to add his. Let's get started with game number 7.
The game that will decide who represents Middle East, North Africa at the World Championship for 1v1. Both these guys are already going over there for 3v3. They'll be playing together. And it's going to be the defending world champ who opens his scoring in game 7. He had enough boost here to set himself up for a shot, and he saw the early challenge coming a mile away.
Really good catch, too. He has to swing almost from behind the play to get a good first touch, but he gets a sweet spot to pop it out to himself in the midfield to even enable that power shot in the first place. And TRK going to get forced back on this kickoff, unable to grab his own back corner boost. 29 boost to work with, allowed to get a dribble. as he tries to flick it out and into the corner. A pinch that is really just buying time. He's not hoping to score there from that position. Just allowing himself to get 100. Jumps early. If he forces NWPO back down to the ground, play a little bit more ground game. His flicks earlier were bad, but this one was strong. TRK still gets a save.
It's great defense from TRK, but he is still on the ropes here for now. His boost management has been excellent, and that might be enough to equalize the position, but no, the shot quality is too good. NWPO, he's coming in high with a mind game. TRK did not read that one.
Yeah, TRK has been doing the same thing the other way. Saw the reset, thought NWPO might be one high, tried to jump forward early. Players are, for the most part, trying to position their cars where they can still make that low save if need be, but this time, NWPO able to squeak by. It can be really nice.
Wow.
Kick off here, he's going to carry NWPO for a second. Throw this on target, it'll be a goal.
Oh, what a play by TRK. It's a spot that this is available. He wave dashes away, gets wider than his opponent, and then gets under him. A lot of players would have just taken the boost there. TRK had bigger ideas, and he's on the board in game 7.
Front flip kickoff. These guys continue to mirror each other. TRK back into the corner. Not clear. Yes, he is going to be given a free possession here, so it'll be a win for him. NWPO challenging up the ceiling. These guys convincing each other to go back down to the ground. Nobody allowing to take their first air dribble because the defense is just far too proactive. NWPO tapped that away. He wasn't able to get back to it with the boost he had. So he'll leave.
Wow.
TRK reads the early challenge, but NWPO actually got bumped back down and is able to recover to try and control the ball.
That fake in the near post by TRK. Huge flick to the top shelf. Ties the game. That's confidence from close range. He was pretty all in here if he hits the bar. No doubt though. Slots it.
Backed away. NWPO with that little fake towards the ball. Make sure he stayed going across the net to enable that flick. Now it's going to be possession for NWPO. He's got TRK backing off. It's going to be a carry. He sees TRK coming in, low 50. TRK's gotten good enough 50s though to prevent immediate shots. He's able to recover. He is stuck in jail like I talked about before, and he's not going to be there very long. NWPO's going to score quickly.
Just so controlled. Keeping an eye on TRK the whole time. If TRK dives in, he is, you know, really risking getting outplayed, so he has to back off. Once more, it's the low 50 against TRK. When the boost rolls low, looks like it's going to be a kickoff possession to NWPO as well. What's he going to do with this one? He can really decide his play here. Opts for the ground game. Is it going to be the pop bump? He's had success with it earlier. Instead, this time he's just going to air dribble the ball into a 50. Oh, look at the timing on the boost steal. TRK is gone, and he gets back in time, but not enough. On the finish, 4-2, but that was a whisker away from being saved.
Yeah, TRK, it felt like he was going all in the moment of the corner. Thought he was going maybe for a bump or just try and steal the ball, and when he didn't get it, thought it was free, but he found his way back to make it as close as he did. This game is close as well, but it's another kickoff in favor of NWPO. His flick, his high save by TRK, trying to land clean in and out of the net, first to the ball, but unable to force it out. Oh, got a respawn right in time, and then re-challenges in a decent position. Used all of that now, though. Swinging wide, hoping to get an undercut or a demo on NWPO. Didn't get it, cannot get back, and the slow roll is going to be right to make it 5-2.
That placement is disgusting. TRK was covering so much of the goal, but he's just not quite got a touch on this. And the post only comes into play slightly. 3-goal deficit. TRK struggling in the final game. He's already lost the first match point. Can he take this one, or is it going to be another heartbreaking grand final loss?
TRK has boost. He's even picking up pads in front of the net right now while NWPO's controlling the ball. He is expecting to be able to turn this in. NWPO goes to the side wall 100 instead of going to the back corner. Might result in him arriving late. TRK trying to stick it in that top corner, but NWPO covers that the whole time. Now both players very low, but NWPO with ball control. Opportunity to flick. TRK save up high. Neither one of them has anything to work with, but TRK able to get up earlier. He's going to clear this out. He might be able to chase it down. Some wall dashes to get out ahead. He got some boots in the midfield, and he gets his third.
And TRK flipping onto the wall here, and then getting back down with the wall dashes. Great use of the walls to accelerate, win the race to the ball. Before that, we did get a save on TRK's aerial mind game, so I think he's got to go for the play next time. He's got to try and hit our flip reset and an outplay, or he is not going to take this grand final.
Talking about the Game 7 adjustments, just a full delay from NWPO. I don't think we've seen a ton of all series, but he's going to bring it out now. And it's got him up possession as TRK going back off the wall, down to the ground. 50 isn't quite in, but the follow-up is NWPO playing for the recovery, and he gets his goal.
And, you know, he's gone for the low 50s in this game. TRK clearly not able to predict it. That's multiple times now. But he's been outplayed by a 50-50, either on the ground or from the aerial game. Going the other way, TRK's aerial game looking like it's getting red. If we look at game 6 as well, it was more of the same. Can he outplay this time around? Low reset, catch, and the pop. But once again, the save is too good. TRK's trying to stay with this one, and he does with a demo. He's working so hard for his every single play. Oh, he got a freebie.
He was able to fake NWPO out on the respawn. He got the demo. NWPO choosing the perfect spot to respawn and try to dive on the ball, and he just matrixed around it.
Wow.
He should have gotten a touch there, but made no contact, and TRK has just been able to keep this within striking distance. More than enough time to make that up. He's not letting NWPO run away with it. He's gonna have to back off now, as it'll be possession and a ball carry for NWPO, who does not have the power on his flicks. A total flub, not able to steal the corner boost either. TRK is able to pick that up. It is still possession for NWPO, who has enough this time to flick it in.
Well, he's just too clutch. Even after getting a misplay on the previous play, he fakes the wall touch, cuts in field again, and then makes the flick work. 3-goal advantage for the defending world champion. TRK needs to get control of the ball. He's not had much off it in game 7.
He's been able, he needs this right here. Save. This possession has to go in. TRK has to save some time for the rest of the goals he needs. He gets a reset without even moving towards net. Now he will carry it in. A catch and a flick. TRK needed this, and he clutched it.
He had a serious burst of speed here to wave dash under the ball with the flip reset that he had, and then launches the flick on target. 40 seconds left. This game on.
It's a huge kickoff right now on the diagonal, very volatile. NWPO delays it and wins it straight to net. Massive moment in the game, and it goes NWPO's way.
And like you said, it's been that adaptation in game 7. He's completely caught TRK by surprise with that one. And it is just one more big possession away from back-to-back World Championships.
From kickoff from TRK, he recognizes that NWPO is way late to the ball this time, chips it around him. It is going to waste a little bit of time. TRK can't afford to have too much possession for NWPO. Yeah. He knows he has to dive, and NWPO does too, so he gets it over the top of him. Even a slow touch, waste a couple more seconds as he front flips it in.
Yeah, funnily enough there, I think that the tournament's over if he doesn't score this. If he hits that to TRK's back corner, seals the boost, it's probably game over, but it's as good as game over here. He is just undeniable. He seems unbeatable at times in ones when everybody else is forgetting how to play their game in the highest pressure moments. He just keeps chugging on forward. Can TRK get one? Not even, as the in and out save denies it. But GG's, NWPO for the 2nd year in a row is going to represent MENA at 1v1 Worlds.
Not an easy thing to do, to go back-to-back. We've seen that every region that's finished so far before this one, not able to do it, but NWPO holding it down. We thought maybe his biggest opponent in Rawas was out of the way, and it was going to be easy, but it was far from easy. TRK led in this series, just like Rawas did last time. MENA just has so much talent in 1v1. Hopefully one day we get all of these guys to get out on land and get to see everything they have against other regions, because man, can they ball.
Yeah, they really can, and he's got a good practice partner for the 1v1 Worlds now in TRK. His teammate, Twisted Minds, are going for multiple World Championships. But yeah, TRK is so close and so far. Let's head back to the desk to break it down.
Back-to-back years in 1v1s from Middle East. It has only been Nobu so far. He is reigning world champion. He will defend that title at the World Championship. James Bott. It went.